Coming up on the show, something Donald knows nothing about, right, Clayton?
Oh, that's right. We're doing this. This is Embracing Your Inner Mediocrity. Vince Stone is coming up on the show. He's going to show us how to just take what you want to do on an average day and turn it into gold.
Embrace mediocrity. I love that.
All right, thanks, Allison. Well, are you an overachiever? Are your coworkers and friends jealous of your accomplishments and work ethic? Sure are. And our next guest has some tips on how to embrace your inner mediocrity.
Yes, Vince Stone is the author of the new book, Embracing Your Inner Mediocrity, Making Peace with Reality. Clayton has been telling me that for years now, embrace my inner mediocrity. We just had the Donald on talking about strive for success, how to get rich. You basically flipped that.
This book is the antidote to all the excellent stuff out there.
You're the anti-Donald.
Right. Huh? While everybody likes to tell you in a commencement speech or a book that you can do this, you can do that, my book kind of says, who are we kidding?
Just be adequate.
You can't.
You know what I love? Here's what I love. Because you're on here and you're not a gregarious guy. You're on television. You're not trying to turn it up. You have the tie loosened up a little bit. So you're saying are you an adequate guy? Are you just mediocre?
More than you know. Look, let's loosen up here. It's near the end of the show, guys.
Take our ties down.
Loosen up.
Is this how we become a little adequate?
Let's embrace a little bit of our own mediocrity.
And here's your tips. You say, don't be great, be adequate?
Consistently adequate. Look, if you have to at least maintain your mediocrity. If you overachieve in the workplace, people are just not going to like you. You're going to make them look bad. It's like that
I can't stand those overachievers.
Oh, like the A+ student blowing the curve for everybody.
Who needs them?
What about perfection? Because this could actually be the enemy of good enough.
Right.
Explain this.
I'm all about good enough. There is a dark side to excellence. The constant pursuit, trying to do this, do that, it adds a lot of stress. Look, this book is good, cheap therapy for those under stress. And there's a lot of us. I've seen a lot of them here at New York.
And one thing you emphasize is maybe stick to what you're good at. Keep your day job. Some celebrities out there, I think, might want to read your book, might want to follow this very advice.
There's been lots of mediocre people who have achieved great things. I tell you what, if you're mediocre and you want to have success, I suggest you run for office in the state of Minnesota, because apparently they don't care.
Franken,
they don't care what you do up there. Another example might be Janine Garofalo. I know she's
oh boy.
Is she a comedian or should she be a mediocre activist? Maybe she should just stick to being a mediocre comedian.
But whatever it is, she's embraced it.
And of course, Paris Hilton.
There you go. Name me one thing that's exceptional about Paris Hilton.
Well, certainly not her singing.
Right, exactly.
So the key here is, and you hear this in Jim Collins in his book Good to Great, and what you're pointing out here, Vince, is that you can actually do something impressive by just focusing on what you are good at, not trying to do all of these other crazy things that come your way. Get rich quick schemes. Just do what you're good at.
I'm already starting, man. I'm just hanging out, baby.
Regardless of where you are in life, there's something mediocre about us.
Yes.
So
I just feel the stress melting away now.
Don't hide it. Embrace it, man. Make the peace.
Okay, so what about a guy? Does a guy want to marry above his rank, or does he want to marry at his level? What would you say?
Well, I like to play this game. I do it a lot here when I was on the streets here in New York or at Disney World.
Okay.
I like to watch the people coming down and look at the couples and say, who got the better end of the deal? And you'd be surprised how many times it's a tie.
Yeah.
You got one that's healthy, one that's not. It's just a fun game that I play. But
are you married?
Shoot for the middle. Absolutely. Got a beautiful wife and 3 kids at home.
So she got the raw end. She got the raw end of that deal.
She settled.
Yeah.
Okay.
The book is Embracing Your Inner Mediocrity. Go to Amazon.com. The author is Vince Stone. Funny stuff. Thanks so much, Vince. And some great advice, actually, too, which is actually an important part of this whole thing. Thanks, Vince.
All right, more Fox and Friends in 2 minutes.